Welcome back. This is Nick Hassan, and this is a set of short videos on working with Aptana for FMIS 2201. So we're going to accomplish two things today. We're going to change the logo that's on the page to something like my home page, and we're going to also modify the navigation section to comply with the requirements of the semester project. So we need to have home, resume, discovery, and hobbies as part of our navigation section. Now, to do that, we'll need to figure out what this logo or the code for this logo, and then change that code. Now, if you take a look at the actual code, and you can do that, of course, using the inspect element in the browser. Let's go to the browser, the page of your template, and you'll notice that there's a logo at the top here, and we can do a right click, inspect element, and we discover that the logo happens to be an image, and it's called logo.png with a size of 421 pixels by 65 pixels. It's a pretty long image. So this is the dimension that our own logo will need to, satisfy. And we know that it's somewhere on the page, and we know that it's logo.png, so we can go now to Aptana and search for it. And I guess if you scroll up, you'll probably find it just by browsing through the code. You can tell that that's the navigation section there, because there's a home, about, and plans, just like what you see up here. And right above it is, of course, the logo.png, and it's in the images folder. So what we need to do is we need to create our own logo and then replace this name with our logo name, and that should do it. So let's do that. Now, if you are a Photoshop person, you probably built a logo yourself, but most of us are not Photoshop experts. So there's a simpler way of building a logo, and that's to use using Microsoft Word. Now, if you open up Word and type the text for your logo, I'm going to type Nick's home page. We can create an image, first of all, by making this a word art. And to do that, we'll click on Insert, the Insert tab. And right here, make sure you select your text and then Insert Word Art right there. Just go ahead and select a pattern that you like. I'm going to choose this one. And there we go. We have our what's going to look like our logo. Now, of course, the template has a green theme, so I'm going to change this color a little bit to green. So I'm going to go up here into the quick styles and change the fill color to green. Looks like green to me there. We still have to change a little bit of the line, and right now it's orangey. So I'm going to go and click right there and take a look at the various options that I have here. So shape options, I've got shadow, reflection, glow, and so on. Right now I have a shadow color of orange, and I can change that to green, dark green. And there we go. We have our color looking a little bit more like the template that I have. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create an image using my screenshot, and I'm just going to surround it, create a new one. And remember that I need to make it roughly the size of the original logo. So I'm going to make it pretty long here, and I'll adjust it accordingly. I don't want that little cursor there to bother me, so I'm going to just like that. And then I'm going to save it, and I'm going to save this in my images folder because that's where all the pictures are kept, right? So go find my images folder. Yep, there it is. And I'm gonna call this nicklogo.ping. Remember, make it all lower caps. All file names should be in lower caps, that way you won't get confused and make a mistake. Save that, and now I have a logo. And I can go back now to my Aptana, and all I have to do now is change the code to say Nick logo. And in fact, it will actually find my logo that I saved in my images folder right there. Okay, and if I save this, watch what happens. See that? The logo changes to Nick's homepage, and that's the first step. Now, secondly, we need to now change the navigation section. It's way down here. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is just change the text for the navigation. So instead of saying about, we change this to resume. And let's make that capital R because that's what it looks like. We need a new discovery section or link, and we need a hobbies link, or interests if you like interests instead of hobbies. Now, of course, right now resume, well, home is pointing to index.html right here. See that? href is the a tag where it's linking to. But resume is pointing to about, which is not what we want. We want this to point to our own file, which we will call resume.html. Similarly, for discovery, we'll make that discovery.html. And finally, for hobbies, let's change that to hobbies.html. All right, let's save that. And there we go. We have resume, new discovery, and hobbies. Right now, it won't go anywhere. In fact, it won't go anywhere because there's no resume. If you take a look at the file right here, the public_html on the left, we don't have any resume.html in here, right? But we did decide in a previous video that our resume is going to be one of these files. So one of the easiest way to create a file is to make a copy of the file, to make a duplicate of the file, and then just rename the file. And we have a new file. And the easiest way to do that is to use your File Explorer. And I think we decided that for resume, we're going to use gardens. So let's double click and make sure that that's the right one. Yeah, that looks good. We're going to put our table here, and we're going to put 2 pictures down there. So we're good. So we're going to go to our File Explorer again, and then make a copy of gardens. Right click, copy. And then in the same folder, paste it in. Right click, paste. That creates a gardens copy that we are now going to rename to resume. And we'll do the same thing for discovery and so on. And I think we decided that index is going to be our discovery page. So I'm going to change that to, or actually make a copy of index. Paste. And then rename. And finally, our hobbies is also going to be gardens. I think we decided on gardens too. Copy again, paste, and we have, oops, double clicked and shouldn't have done that. Let's go back to and change that to hobbies. We can actually test this right away, right here. Now that we've changed our navigation, we can go to our index, double click on it. We should be able to see, there we go, And as you hover over the link below here, you can see that the link is pointing to the right file. See? So if I click on resume, it goes to the Gardens page. And of course, we haven't changed the navigation on the Gardens page. So we need to go back to home and then change the navigation on the Gardens page to be the same as the one we see here. That's pretty easy. Just go back to Aptana. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy the code for the navigation from the index page right here, since we've changed it already. And the best way to do that is to select the beginning of the tag for the navigation, which is the unlisted outline here, the UL, and of course the ending is right there because it highlights. See that? So I'm going to select. Careful when you're selecting, of course. Make sure that you have everything that you need. There we go. Copy the code for index from there, and then open up your resume page, double click on it, and then copy over or paste over the exact same code. Again, be careful not to make a mistake where that should be copied. It should be right here. There we go. Paste. And we have our new navigation. So if you save the resume file and preview it, you'll see the resume file having right navigation. Of course, the logo is still the original Garden walkthrough, so you need to change that too, to say, resume page or something like that. Well, I'll leave that to you. So now we've changed the homepage, logo, and navigation, and we've also changed the resume navigation, and we've yet to change the logo. All right, and next we're going to work on putting in our own picture to complete the assignment down here.